manifestation does not need to be a performance act. Most of the time, you don't need to know anything to manifest. That is why there's so many rich people that do not manifest. And that's also why there's so many manifestation people that are not rich. And so in this video, I'll just drink some coffee with you, tell you my 7 truths, 7 of the things I lived by to have everything I wanted. I have them written down. I'm just going to talk you through them in a normal tempo. I have 35 minutes until my next client call. But let's go through all 7 of them and let's just have good fun. All right? This coffee is filled to the rim. It's very hot. Do you have like an expression in English about when you slurp your coffee like that? In Denmark, we have this. I don't know if it's a general expression, but we call it slupperkaffe. It's like slurpy coffee or something like that. Okay, truth number 1. Life experience over life, any day. And Eckhart Tolle talks about this. And he talks about how life will always treat you good and bad. And life experience is your choice. That is why we have rich people feeling lack and not rich people feeling abundant. It is that you can actually choose what to get out of a certain situation, because that happens on your mental plane. Your experience is based on your lens, on your point of view, right? So if you look at a certain situation, meeting a person or going to work, depending on what you have with you in your luggage, in your glasses, the point of view, you will deem it something. So you can go to work in the local grocery store, right? You are the one sitting and beeping the items, right? And one of your colleagues, they never had a job, so they are very grateful to have this job. And they're just overly excited every day. And they meet every person in this room with joy and say, yes, thanks for being here. How can I help you? You know when you are in the store and you just meet a person that just instantly makes you like this store, right? It's not the store doing the thing, it's that person. That personal connection that person is bringing you is everything. And I'm like this. I will easily spend my money in a store where they are nice, and sometimes leave a store if I don't think, yeah, this is not it, right? And then you are sitting behind the next counter, cashier, whatever you call it, right? And you hate this job because you used to have a better job, right? And you are angry. And everyone that goes to your, I don't know, they do not get a hi from you. They do not get a how are you from you. And that's life experience. So you have the same job in the same store, having different experiences, right? And that ties back to childhood, when your mom or dad told you something. There's much poorer people than us, or look at what about the people that does not have anything, or whatever, right? They sometimes parents, they use this story of, they tell you a story that they think will land with you so that you recognize how blessed you are. But when you then get old, you recognize, yes, I want to say that to my kids as well, because it's true. And it's very much dependent on our life experience, how life is. When life is over, it's actually a collective of life experience memories, right? So the memories are formed not around what happened, but what you thought happened. So if you want to have a good life, fix your attitude, right? I'm not talking about bad things happening in life without your experience, right? I know you can't fix that always, but you can fix your experience. That's a choice, even though It might not be an easy choice in the beginning, but perspective and realizing I have glasses on, I will change my glasses to have a better day today. It's important, right? And that will manifest a better life for you because your perception will be your projection. So what you see will be what you are seeing, right? That's the law of knowing. That ties into truth number 2. And it is that the person that hurts you the most in your entire life is you. Right? You are in the control tower of your emotions. You are the installer of these emotions. You are the love you want to feel. And when you have 2 bad weeks, you say, but it was 2 bad weeks because I thought about this, I thought about that, I thought about this, I thought about that. And if I ask you, but who hurt you? You will point fingers. But ultimately you will realize, but the person that hurt me the most, the person that kept me down, the person that made sure that these 2 weeks were bad, it was me. Right? And that's responsibility, but it's also total liberation at the same time. It's accountability to your own authority. Right? It's actually not taking for granted that you have great power inside of you. And when you realize this truth, you realize, okay, so I'm also the one handing me joy. Yes, you are. And when you are in the relationship and you feel great love, where does that love stem from? You. You are experiencing your own love, just using that other person as a permission slip to feel it. And you're using your bank account as a permission slip to feel abundant. So you should never check outside world. You don't need permission slips. You need to realize you're the source of these emotions. Right? So that inner critic, it's you. I'm sorry to say it. It's you, your brain, habitual organ, saying what you have always told it. And it will continue. So start telling a new story, because your story manifests. Right? Number 3. Don't take it lightly. That sounds so contradicting to everything else I say. But don't take manifestation or reality creation lightly. It's more real than what you deem real. Actually, truth is to be found in the unseen. This out here, when Neville calls it the world of the dying, it's so true. It's always renewing based on your perception. And what I mean by don't take it lightly is do something about it. When people listen to me and I say it's easy, it's just a law of knowing, you can know it into existence, most people will say, so I'm supposed to rest into it, and I'll say yes, but you have spent 30 years creating a self that does not believe me. So when listening to me and you feel good, yes, that will last. For some of you it will last for days, but for some of you it will last for 10 minutes and then you'll be back into a self that is programmed to not believe it. So when you then have a to-do list today and tomorrow, filled with physical items taking your energy, but nowhere to be found is mental work, you are prioritizing in the wrong order. You don't have your priorities straight. Because physical work is the midwifing of your state. If you don't take care of your state, what you are doing on your to-do list today will bring you more of what you already have. So you can see that if you keep on doing it, I don't have time to meditate today. I don't have time to realign myself today. I don't have time to do this exercise today. I don't have time to, in the morning, to tell myself who I am. I don't have time to find fulfillment with the inner man. Yeah, but if you don't have time, you never will. And you'll just keep on repeating your current reality. So if you had to pick a to-do list filled with physical, worldly items and mental, spiritual, godly things to hand yourself, any day you should pick the mental way. Any day. And you would be way better off because action is secondary. Might not even be secondary. It's just the extension of a state, a natural occurrence that happens when you embody a state of who you are. Right? So that mental work needs to be prioritized. You don't take it lightly. It's not to be hard. It's not to be something to be sad about. It's not to shame or blame. I simply mean prioritize your well-being. Free up some time in your calendar to be you. Free up a day a week to just do whatever you love, you're passionate about. Free up an hour every morning to just fuel yourself with great words of love and abundance. Make yourself the king and queen every day. And then you can take care of your kingdom. Or queendom. Is that a thing? Is that called? Well, whatever. Right? Don't take it lightly. Don't say, yeah, but I'll do it when I have time. You are forgetting something if you're saying that. That you are always abundant in the state you are currently occupying. So your mental plane is existing. It is actually something to work on. And it's not hard work. It's simply something to be prioritized. Because that's the greatest lever you can pull in terms of life experience. Which takes us on to the next thing. If something is not working, it's you. Total liberation, total responsibility. But you are the delay. You are the poison. Right? When scripture says, I kill and I heal, or something like that, right? That is consciousness. Just accepting the state that creates. So there is no delay, unless you say so. So when you go into the comments and say, but it's not showing, you will then write it down, it's not showing. That's your statement. And draw a mirror on a page. So imagine you're the mirror, or you're not the mirror, you are the one standing in front of the mirror saying it's not working, right? And then write in the mirror what that would look like in the mirror, right? And obviously it would be the same, right? The only difference is that the mirror is slightly delayed. So there is nothing not to be working. The simple solution is that you change your story around it. So when people say, but so when will I start saying it's working? Now. Everything is working. You're the one working. And when you're the one working, it's working. And I've seen it. These last couple of days, wonderful testimonials all over the place of just people telling. I have told people on my workshops, on the channel, there's just this one slight story change you need to fix. The solution is simple. Whatever problem you have in your business, try saying that everything is working instead of asking me. Saying, yeah, it's working. My videos are going viral all the time, or everyone wants to work with me, or I don't have business issues. My business is growing. Try to say what you are trying to experience. Dare to do it. Give yourself that. Give yourself that solution. And say, okay, so if I want something in the mirror, I'll be it. Yes. You're not doing it to get it. That's not a thing. You will not see it while looking, because looking will then be the thing that the mirror says to you. Trying will also manifest into trying. Delay will manifest into delay. So we're moving all past struggle and doubt and delay and everything. And we're going all the way to the ending station and saying, yes, that was it. It was really that easy. I just had to start telling myself it was working. And I had to stop looking for it and just realize it is working, and now it's coming. And in a few days, I'll see confirmation, but I won't care about confirmation because I'm the confirmation. So I'll just continue knowing it's working, and I'll continue enjoying life because life is a huge experience. It's a playing ground for you that you get to enjoy. All right? So there is not a trick to it. You're the trick. You're the key. Yes. Next truth, maybe not the final one, but the fifth. Yes. I am not my labels. Even though they feel real, manifestation starts with the choice to move towards God. Hence why most of you have had experiences that led you here. And it's a gift. So, you think your labels. You will have a very easy time to describe your story to me. Who are you? I can merely ask, and you will say, yeah, I'm this. I'm all of this trauma, right? And you'll say, I will say to you, but you are the awareness behind that experience. That's correct. You don't have to include it in your identity. You can actually pick who you are. And it does not have to be based on who you were, or what you have been, or what you have done. You are free to crucify yourself metaphysically today. Forgive yourself, stop sinning, and be reborn to be something new. Just based on your knowing, based on your decision today. You are none of the labels, not even physical illness. I'm not saying it will be removed by you saying that you're not it. I'm simply asking you to realize it's not helping you to tell the story. Right? If you have eczema, you don't have to say you have it or that you are it. It simply exists in your awareness. So leaning away from a label and say, but I know myself to be perfection and healthy. My mental plane is my life experience, and my life experience tells me that this is it. So they feel very real. I feel very imprisoned by my story. The story I tell myself every day, it feels so hard to leave. You can't leave that story. You will have to not tell it. You can't outrun it. So tell a new one. Because God will have it that story will catch up to you too. So it's not outrunning the old story, it's telling the new story instead. Of new labels. And the ending of what I said was about the bad experience in leading you here. Most of people in manifestation, they have had experiences that led them to this point in life. And a lot of people with no bad experiences, they will never find God. Consciousness, Allah, awareness, source, whatever you call it. And if you can really go deeply into it, you'll realize, okay, so I've been handed this gift of finding God. Right? Now I can finally see. And I can let my heart rest with God. That is why it's referred to in Scripture as the blind people, the ones not finding God. And he said that he will give the blind people all of the worldly goods that they need. And then they will not find God. So that was just a small paragraph about maybe thanking your bad experiences for giving you insight that other people might not have. How? We are at 20 minutes. Okay. And then finally, you are doing great. Final truth is that you are prioritizing you. I think that was one of the most profound moments in my life when I realized I am trying so hard to love myself. And how big of a love is that? That's really the greatest act of self-love, is trying to love yourself. You are prioritizing yourself by watching YouTube videos about this, by reading books about it, by trying to have your desire, by trying to create reality. Imagine you had a friend that did all this for you, that spent every night watching videos about how to help you, read books every day about how to help you. You would be like totally in awe, right? You would say, man, why do I deserve this love? Right? And tell it to yourself. You're doing such a great job of just loving yourself. Even though you might be thinking, but how do I love myself? But you're doing it. You're doing it. That shadow is a driving force. That just the shadow is not trying to fight you. The shadow is trying to push you into realizing you don't have a shadow. So the shadow is the solution to the problem, right? And you won't hear that a lot. But the shadow is not something to remove. It will remove itself. Yeah. So you should watch these videos. You should subscribe to these channels like this. You don't have to subscribe to this one if you don't want to, but channels you like. To feed your brain, your system, with things that elevate your state so that you can lift yourself up closer to God and consciousness. Right? When people say, but yeah, okay, I'll try to not watch that many videos. Well, self-love is just self-love. And if you put a label on it that it's bad, it's bad. If you put a label on it that it's good, it's good. So you can do you. If you want to watch videos, who cares? Listen, read that title where I titled it, I'm Too Rich to Care About Manifestation. That is an analogy for a sentence you should say about everything. Right? Every time you realize you tell a story, tell the opposite story. Yeah, just do it. So just as when you were driving on a road and you're looking for signs on the road, if you are going somewhere, okay, when do I have to get off? I'm also a sign. I'm not a key. I'm a sign on the road pointing you towards God, right? You're the key. I'm not the solution. So you're looking for signs, and that way I'm just your mirror, and you're mine. We are helping each other grow, move, enjoy life, right? So you're doing great. Tell yourself you're doing great, and that you're really taking care of yourself in a good way. Yeah. 23 minutes and 7 small truths and a cup of coffee. It's not that warm anymore. I enjoyed this. I used to call it Coffee with Chris on my TikTok. Maybe we should call it the same here on YouTube. I'm so glad that you're here. You are perfection, you are love, and you are abundance. So when I say get out of here, I really mean go take care of yourself. Right? It could sound like I'm saying don't watch any more videos, but you do you. All right? Good. Get out of here.